in first time, which you would have heard a lot if you've watched my episode, is awareness is the first point of change. So I want you to just start to become of what those triggers are. Okay, what are your big triggers? What are the things that really trigger you? What are the subjects or, things people talk about or you see or you witness? What are your triggers? So get really clear on what they are and what the feeling feels like when you have in that moment. Because in that moment, there's an awareness, there's always a doorway. Once we're aware of something, once we've brought the unconscious into the conscious, so you've brought an unconscious behavior that's just happening kind of out of your control, then once you bring that into your conscious awareness, you then have an opportunity to make a choice. And we often don't, it doesn't feel like a choice, but we always have a choice in that moment to react differently or react the same. We have a choice. So I'm going to start this conversation with you to understand that there will be a moment when you have that trigger. Once you become aware of what those triggers are, so I want you to go around noticing what they are and how you react to them. In that moment, you can do something different. One of the first things, because it's a physical reaction within you, I'm going to invite a physical change within you. And that can be something as simple as breathing deeply. Breathe, let's say 10 really deep breaths. Okay. And I want you to imagine you're going to, because with your hands, you can shake energy out. Okay. You can shake frequency energy out of your body. So you can breathe and just shake off. Give yourself like 10 shakes in that moment. Because our psyche and our soma, like our brain and our body, are so closely linked. When you change your physiology, it gives you a doorway to change your mental, what's happening in your mind. So I want you to understand that in that moment, you have a choice to react differently. How would you like to react? Okay. If you could set an intention for that reaction in that situation, what would it be? And when you're doing this, you're creating a new neural pathway for you, that there is an alternative, because the old way is just the old way that you already know. You're triggered and you react in that way, and you've done that many times. But by having this doorway, this stop, like a full stop, and an ability to understand that there's a different way. So I want you to think, okay, if I was going to show up in my highest self, in the strongest version of me, how would I like to react? And just imagine it. Okay, just imagine that different way of reacting. Okay, once we've done that, because your brain doesn't know if something's happening or not, your brain is not aware of whether it's real or not. They've done a lot of tests where they put electrodes on athletes and they ran like an Olympic race. And in that moment of the Olympic race, as they thought of it, their muscles fired off as if they were running the race.